Hello children, welcome back to the new lesson of English grammar. In today's class, we will learn about the basic structure of the blocks of active and passive. This class is very important as in this class I'll teach you about active and passive, which is the most important topic in English grammar, and mostly the questions are asked in your competitive exams. So be alert and let's get started. Voice of the verbs. The very first we'll talk about the active voice and the passive voice. Before triggering to the topic, we will start. I'll let you know what are the structure of the active voice. In the active voice, we have the subject, verb, followed by the object. And on the other hand, in the passive, we have object. Okay, here we have subject, but here we have object, verb, third form, by plus subject. Children, the common thing in to change the active into the passive, always we use the verb, third form of the verb, huh? As it reflect with the topic active. Okay, when we are active in any of the sentence, and the passive when the work has done. Okay, so the very first, let me have the example. Randa has finished her homework. Here, what is the subject is Randa has finished the verb and homework. But here, this is the present perfect tense. So we are using has plus third form of the verb. So here, the object will take the shape of the subject, like the homework has been finished by Vrinda. Okay, the common thing, the subject takes the place of the object and object comes at the place of the subject. We use the verb, third form of the verb, always, by as an agent. Children, keep it in mind, we never use the tense while making the active into passive. Okay, so let me continue with the very first. We'll talk about the present tense. Children, keep it in mind, in the passive voice, be, been, and bwn, been. These all three are the passive verbs. Active voice and the passive voice. In the present tense, I have in the previous class, I have already given you in the previous video what are the rules and the tenses of the simple present. So I have here only given you the example without the rules. In making the passive, the rules are is, are, am plus third form of the verb. Okay. For example, you writes a letter or she writes a letter to her father. What will be? Is, are, am. Nothing you do. Only keep these rules in your mind and just fit the rules. So, a letter, single letter, a letter is written by you. Okay, the present perfect continuous. The rules of the present continuous are is, are, am plus ing with the first form of the verb. But when we are making the passive of the present continuous, the rules are is, are, am plus being plus third form of the verb. Always we use the third form of the verb. For example, if I say Navya is planting the trees, as I told you, the trees will come at the first. The trees are, here the subject is plural because this object becomes the subject. The trees are being planted by Navya. Okay, the present perfect. The present perfect, the rules, as I told you, the rules of the present perfect are has, have plus third form of the verb. To change into the passive, the rules are being, has, have plus been plus third form of the verb. Okay, so see, Gagan has not eaten the apple. Gagan has not eaten the apple. The apple has not been eaten by Gagan. The apple has not been eaten by Gagan. Okay. Now, children, the present perfect continuous. Here, simply we say no passive voice because here we have BWN been, which is the passive form of be. But for the rare cases, I have already explained you in the virtual classes. Now see the past tense. In the active voice of the past tense, children, the chart is very important. Please take care. The passive voice, The past indefinite, the rules in the previous video, I told the rules. The past indefinite, the rules are second form of the verb, but when we make the negative and the interrogative of past indefinite means past simple, we have did plus first form of the verb. Like the police arrested the thief. The thief, the rules for the passive are as follows: was, were, plus third form of the verb. I want you to keep the chart on your tips, children. The thief was arrested by the police. The thief was arrested by the police. Okay, here if you don't want to write the police, no problem, it will work. Okay, suppose what will be the negative of the same sentence? Did the police arrest the thief? Did the police arrest the thief? What will be the passive of the same? If I say did here in the negative interrogative, it will become interrogative. Instead of did, we will write was the thief arrested by the police? Okay, I hope you understand. Now see the past continuous. The past continuous, the rules of the active are was, were plus ing with the first form of the verb. But when we make the passive, the rules are was, were plus being. In all the passive, we use being, being plus third form of the verb. Here the sentence is as follows. Was Goransh completing his assignment? Or you can say Goransh was completing his assignment. When we say the interrogative, okay, was Goransh completing his assignment? I'm so sorry, here I make it. His assignment were being completed by Goransh. Okay, here we'll say Goransh was completing. Okay, Goransh was completing his assignments. His assignments were being completed by Goransh. And according to was Goransh, what will be was or were his assignments? Here will be because it is a plural, so it will be were his assignments being completed by Goransh. Okay. Now, in the present perfect, the past perfect rules are had plus third form of the verb with the singular as well as with the plural. In the passive voice, the rules are as had plus been plus third form of the verb. Okay, here we use where had Antra played and won this match. Okay, the question will be the passive will be where had this match been played by Antra? Where had Antra played and won this match? Where had this match been played and won by Antara? Is it clear? The past perfect continuous. Again, we say no passive voice of the past perfect continuous. Okay, all the perfect continuous generally, but we have the passive voice, children. But it is used in the rare cases. If you want to see the past perfect continuous, the passive use had been plus being being and third form of them. Okay, but really we are using, so I'm not giving it to you. Children, I'll continue the same video in the next class. Till then, bye.